The next step would be to add the countertop. Let's look at the countertop in a bigger view. If this is the base of the countertop, this is the 24-inch depth and the 1.5 inches down, we need to extend it longer, and then we need to drop the front side a little bit lower. So the first thing in extending the countertop, all we're doing is pulling these sidelines out a ways and drawing in a line. We also have to do that to the bottom, so we know we can come down straight and we can draw that in, we can come down straight. So there's an extension on the front. Then we need to drop it down a bit. So I'm just adding another cube. I'm adding sections onto this. So if I was to erase these lines, right? Erase what I can't see, and now here is with this, there's a square-edged finished countertop. So we extended out and we extended down. And we know that the actual countertop is 36 inches high off the floor. Our actual base cabinet is only 34.5 inches, leaving 1.5 inches for the construction of that countertop. We know that the countertop overhangs the drawer faces by a little bit. It'll vary in every different kitchen that you do. So from the true height corner, I can estimate down 1.5 inches, and I can draw the ribbon line coming out, which is this line here. So I have the top of the cube. Oh, that's terrible. I have the top of the cube, and it would end right now right there. Now we're going to extend it out. We're just going to keep these lines going a little bit farther. And back here at the back wall, we'll pull it out past the cube. Not much. We'll pull a vertical. In this drawing, I've extended out and I've extended down. The next would be the backsplash. I measured up about 4 inches and from vanishing, and I came out along the wall. We start with what touches the wall first. And of course, then I just extended this straight up. I also know that the backsplash has thickness, so I need to come from vanishing out, and I just picked a random width, and then I went down and back to vanishing out. And these then should line up in the front. So this back wall line now can be erased, and there is my splash for my countertop. Okay, the next step would be to divide the space for the drawer height. And you would have to go back to your spec or measure an existing cabinet to find out how many inches the actual drawer face is, and then how many inches it might be from 36 inches down or 34.5 inches down. Every cabinet manufacturer does it a little bit differently. But my cabinet in my kitchen is the drawer face, bottom line of the drawer face is 9 inches from the countertop. So I just came down 9 inches back here on the true height corner, went out and went around from vanishing. And so this is the line of my drawers right there. Then there's a gap between the drawer face and the door top. So it's not much of a gap. I just know it's a second line. So all I'm doing is pulling another line. So there would be the line between the doors and the drawers. The next thing to do is to put an X in the box with whatever you have that you can see from corner to corner. And I find the center of the box and I go vertical. And there, again, may be 2 lines, depending on the reveal situation on your cabinets. Again, details on the side here. In this cabinet style, I can see, we have flush overlay cabinets, European style. I can see the top, I can see the side of that drawer face. I would then also be able to see the thickness of the door, depending on your cabinet style. And then I don't see anything, it's just flat on this side. The next might be, where would I put the handles? Again, depends on what you want it to look like. You're the designer. If I wanted them in the center, I'm just eyeballing the center here. You could put an X in the rectangle and figure out the center. And then let's say if I have pulls, I'm just placing what looks like 1/3 of the way through, something like that. And then I know that these pulls need to come out from the face, so I'll come from vanishing for each one of these. This may not be truly accurate, but that's the idea. And then I come this way from vanishing, and there's my pulls. If I have pulls coming down here, this gets a little more tricky because you're going to overlap these lines here if you don't pull them a little bit wider. Come from vanishing. Get the line that straight down. Oops. Get that aligned. Get that aligned. Come out. Come out. And there's my pulls.